Justin Bieber!
Hi, I'm Del.
Hello, I'm Chris.
I'm Micah.
My name is Dom, and we are the group Legaci. Legaci.
Thanks, guys. So tell us briefly about how you got discovered by Justin Bieber.
Well, basically just really started from, well, before Bieber discovered us, we were just doing YouTube videos on a consistent, weekly basis, just doing covers of top 40 songs. And we decided to do Justin Bieber's song, Baby. At that time, it was starting to really climb the charts. And so we did Baby, and then 2 days later after we posted it on YouTube, we got an email from Scooter Braun, which is Justin's manager. And as soon as I got that email, I sent it over to Dale to call him up. And
yeah, and I got a email from him, so I called Scooter up and kind of told me all this stuff. He's like, hey, I'm Justin Bieber's manager, and I saw you guys on YouTube, and I want you guys to sing backup for him. And of course I didn't believe him, I was like, really? And, okay, can you prove it somehow? So he actually called a bunch of his colleagues, like the tour manager, Allison, the general manager. They did like a three-way conversation with me, and they're like, yeah, this is for real. We want to fly you guys out next week. Talk to your group and let us know what's up. So talked about it, and then
Yeah, we talked about it, and we still were real hesitant and kind of iffy because we weren't sure if it was real or if it was just some elaborate joke or something. Because we've been doing music for a while, and we haven't had a break like this, so it was just total left field for us. And when we got that call, we were still hesitant until we got the plane tickets to New York.
Oh my God!
So how soon did you decide after you got that call that you wanted to go?
Well, they didn't give us much time, probably like a day or two, because they flew us out literally like a week later. So it was just, you guys want to fly out? It's like, okay.
So what did you guys do prior to this? Like, did you have 9-to-5 jobs, and then you just thought, hey, you had to tell your work right away that you were gonna quit, or
I just had a 9-to-5 government job where I'm working. It's a really boring cubicle job, just Monday through Friday, and it's really, as soon as we heard from this, I'm like, okay, boss, looks like I'm gonna be off for a few days or even a few weeks. It just really came all of a sudden.
And how did you come up with the name Legaci?
Legacy was a concept a long time ago when we were singing in school. A guy named Michael Viernes gave us that name. He needed a name spur of the moment because we had a radio interview for a radio station back home. And he just came out of his mouth, I got this group Legacy over here, and it kind of stuck with us. He passed away some years later, and it kind of stuck to us. And for us, it meant more than just a name. It was a concept. What Mike stood for was to always believe in your dreams, work as hard as humanly possible, and good things will happen to you as long as you keep that pattern up. And that was kind of the theme that we had with Legacy throughout the years, and it seemed to have paid off because here we are now, with Justin, and so yeah, it kind of all ties in together from the roots in the very beginning. So.
How has your life changed since touring with Justin?
Oh, it's completely different. Completely. First off, one thing, we're no longer at home. We spend a lot of time on the road, so we're with a whole group of people. I think there's a crew of about 80 people. But just for the couple months that we've been touring, we've all gotten close, and we've all developed a sort of family. Yeah, you're living with people, these people that you never knew, but you're staying in the bunks with them, you're in hotels, working together, and it's just been a family vibe that I'm pretty happy. That I'm happy that we've gotten.
We've been on TV several times, which never happened before this.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's really mind-boggling.
Yeah.
It must be an honor for you guys.
Oh
yeah.
It's basically from doing videos in your living room to performing an Oprah or something.
That was
different.
How did you guys feel when you're on Oprah?
I was really
crazy.
speechless. I couldn't speak. I was like, I can't believe we're here.
Surreal.
Very surreal.
So what's your greatest memory so far? I remember seeing your tweets about being in New York at Madison Square Garden, also on Oprah. So we'll start with you, Dad. What's your greatest memory so far?
It'd have to be the most recent one, the VMAs, because out of all the TV shows we've done, that was the one that I really watched the most, and I've seen it every year. And just to actually be on there and be backstage and see other artists and just how everything works, it was just crazy. And yeah, I never thought I'd be there. So.
How about you, Chris?
I think performing with our heroes, Boyz II Men, we actually got to share the stage with Boyz II Men and Justin performing Justin's single "You Smile," and that was just really crazy because we all grew up listening to Boyz II Men and all their slow jams, and to share the stage and to actually sing for them and with them, it was really just one of those moments that you live for. You know?
I would say I would agree with Chris. Madison Square Garden, also there was the movie taping. That was a huge deal for us. I mean, for me in particular, I mean, I watched all the concerts, you know, like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys at their Madison Square gig concert, and that was just something that I did as a kid, and just watching them and like, man, one day I want to be on that big stage, and I never knew that this was the path that would get us there. And it just happened. I was like crying on stage, and I couldn't believe all this emotion started coming out, and it's like, wow, that was like really a milestone for us. It said, you know, okay, you really have accomplished something that you've always wanted, and it was like already set in stone. So I was just completely grateful, and it was really unforgettable.
Yeah, Madison Square Garden, definitely. I mean, to put it like in perspective, we've done like pretty much all the TV shows we could have ever imagined doing. We performed at like cities that, you know, the biggest cities you could possibly perform at. And I don't know, for some reason that day, like, that was the moment where everything just became that dream just coming true, like right there. I looked up at the Jumbotron and it had Madison Square Garden right there. And my family had emailed me some messages that day saying how proud, you know, they were of us and our journey and how we deserved everything. And yeah, that was the moment.
Alright, we're gonna sing a Justin song real quick. Sing along, guys.
Just shout whenever, and I'll be there. You are my love, you are my heart, and we will never, ever, ever be apart. We can hide 'em,